Namaste, beautiful souls. Namaste, yogi and yoginis out there. And thank you so much for joining my foundational class today. If you live with me, you are troopers. I know that this week has been quite a heavy week for a lot of us, plus myself. First of all, let me do the shout out first. And I just want to know that you are appreciated and know that I'm thinking of you, especially my regular students that I try to remember all the time. And sometimes, your name it kind of slip away from my head because right at the beginning of right all the way up to the teaching, I always running around as a mother with Thea. And by not having you there as like in present is not easy to remember sometimes. So I'm gonna go with like the back row first because that's one is so easy to remember because you ladies are always there. So good morning Lynn, good morning Maria, good morning Mindy. If you are here with me right now, thank you so much. I miss you, I love you, I wish I can be there and give you a hug. And sometimes that back row will fill out with, if you remember, a pair of dad and daughter, Michael and Anna. I just want to send my vibration to you guys. I know Michael sends an email to you. I wish he sent it more often. I should do that. So maybe you join in taking my classes in the future, or maybe you already do it. I don't know. Mary Jane, Karen, Mert, how are you doing, beauty? Hi, Elle. Hi, Andrea. Another beautiful couple, always. Do you get a chance to go to the salon yet, Andrea? I always have this conversation with her husband when she doesn't show up to my class. You are beautiful. Your smile and your eyes are just beyond your hair. I wish you don't have to worry about it so much, but I understand that. Hi, Louise. And Lauren, if you take this class again, welcome, sweetie. Hi, Beth. Hi, Ron. Hi, Nancy. Another couple that I gladly and happily and thank God that they joined us from Maryland. I cannot be happier. Thank you so much, guys. Hi, Michael. Another Michael in the front row. If you remember him, he always there. Hi, Jackie. How are you, sweetie? Hi, Kim. Another person, the LA Fitness. Now you get to know the people in the room by my memory. Kim's always coming to the class like the last minute. She is an instructor at LA Fitness Center in Buffalo. Sarita, one of our Indian beautiful goddess. Welcome, sweetie. Hi, Yalvin. How are you doing? Gretchen, Prescal, if you join us today, thank you so much, sweetie. I know you're busy. You join here and there, but every time when you're here, you're present, it just made me happy. Kathleen, Ellen, Teresa, and another friend of mine that I want to just calling for her, Samantha. She used to take class with us so regularly. Sometimes life happens, you just fall off from the practice, and I wish that is something that people are not doing, but I have to accept and let them have their lives and their journey and their karma, and let God take care of them. I can only do so much. Today I just want to start also with the famous quote, "Be the change that you wish to see in the world." I know how easy it is, I'm gonna cry again, like to point the finger to others and say, you make me frustrated. Can you just do what I say? Can you just do the right thing? Can you just do this? Why are you cheating on me? Why are you doing that? Why don't you pay me well? You're angry with your boss, you're angry with your partner. You always then just stuck in that space because you are not treating me right. But the thing is, if you look back in, like each and every one of us, look back inside of ourselves, we pretty much always at war with ourselves. Like we are not listening to what our body needs. It's talking to you all the time. You always at war with the way you look. You're not young enough. You're not old enough. You not have enough clear skin. You don't have, black hair. You have this gray hair, and you go crazy. I mean, we constantly do that to ourselves. So we don't actually practice peace regularly. We don't practice compassion regularly to ourselves. We don't practice like tenderness to ourselves. So it's hard. It's hard to ask the world to be at peace, to be calm, to be compassionate to one another. So be that change. Be that change to yourself. I know it's not easy. I'm also one of the person that do that to myself all the times, even though, I commit not to do it, but it's so easy. It's so easy to just blame my husband for my frustration, blame my daughter for like not act properly, and give me this anxiety and frustration, and I don't have time for myself. I understand that. But the commitment and the willingness and persistence that you try to come back to yourself again and again, to be that change, to be that peace, to be that compassion, to be that tenderness to yourself. When it's all in you, when it's become your second nature, when you don't have to think about it, you will radiate that to others. You will treat your neighbors with love. You don't have to think about being loved, you just do it. You will be with your partner, and you give them space to let them be who they are, even though they make such a messes around the house. You can love your daughter, your kids, even though she throw all the clothes all around, or she doesn't want to brushing teeth, things like that. So the long-lasting thing we all wish to see in this world is lie inside of ourselves. And I would love to invite you, and I hope you welcome yourself back into your body again and again to practice this. Practice being that change. Having said that, close your eyes, please. With this comfortable sitting, lying down, or even standing in your space, let the breath move through you peacefully. And when you experience the overwhelming feeling, the frustration, the loneliness that build up inside of yourself, let yourself know that you are here. I am here for you. It's okay. You can be frustrated because it's supposed to. You can be overwhelming because it is overwhelming right now. But you are not alone. I am here. I am here with you always. So then your body maybe can slowly, gradually to start to relax. That relaxation, when you can feel it, that is the peace you start to embrace within. When you don't fight so hard with yourself, with your aging, with what you have, with how old you are, how young you are loving from within. And even when you are not really willing to give a way to let go of your anger, still go back in and be there. It has to start somewhere. The practice of loving, caring for yourself, it has to be persistent. It has to be regular before it will become stronger and become your second nature. And it may take lifetime practice, but you go back inside of yourself with your breath. The body expands gradually, front, back, side to side, and release and relax and let go evenly from side to side, front to back when you exhale. You carry both of your hands together as a lotus flower symbol right between your eyebrows. Touch your third eye, and may we chant Om 3 times together, please. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully. And another deep inhale, please. And you bow your head to your heart. Release your hands, lift your chins, open your eyes. May you please come down to your back. Have a strap handy. Hopefully I will use it. If you're there before me, just reach long from the center out through your limbs, like from your belly, from your core, and let the exhale be the energy you use to lengthen out through the arms, bone, like out through your legs, bone to your ankles. And then stretch the right side to the left a little bit and make your right side longer, and then vice versa. And we go into rocking the hips side to side, please. Please feel free to move your arms down toward your hip directions and stop wherever it feels right when you need to. And then we stop the hip and we circle our ankle big toward one another. Change direction, please. Maybe use your hand to rub in your face. Just if it's right to do sometimes, you just massage yourself. You don't have to. And we go from here to windshield wiper, which means you're gonna bend your knee, feet on the floor, hip distance apart, and you drop your knee side to side with breath. Maybe you can give your arms a rub, almost like touch all your skin cell. Bring your knees together toward your chest and then circle them apart. They're going to meet at some point and bring them back and keep breathing, please. Change direction. We bring the arms and the legs up toward the ceiling. Let's shake wrist, ankle. Let the muscle become really soft. So your forearms is moving, your calf muscles are able to be moved. Then you bring your arms down to the floor, palm facing up. You have your right ankle above your left knee, and you make your left leg straight at first, okay? And then just move the legs, exhale, left knee to the chest. Inhale, move it away from your chest. And then exhale, bring it toward your chest. Or if it doesn't flow with the breath, you just move the leg like that. You kind of slowly waking up the right hip, and the left leg start to get the workout. Now next time when your left knee comes toward the chest, you just stop right there and hold it with your hands, either the thighs or the shins, or use the strap and make your arms longer if your right hips are tight. Okay? And breathe. Again, that relaxation is the symbolic of your peacefulness. It's a level of it that you have toward yourself. So keep practicing that. No gripping in your jaw, and your eyes are relaxed. Your breath are long, deep, and even. Get your left leg go, and we are going to get the right leg up toward the ceiling. And your tight straps is helpful. Put it at the ball of the foot with either your left leg knees bent or straight. Okay. Your hip facing the ceiling completely. You start by straightening your right leg first and use the exhale to pull your right leg toward your chest, toward your face, and go as far as you can handle the stretch and you are not at war with yourself, because you can feel that your jaw and your face is able to be relaxed and your breath is still fluid. You don't need a strap. You can hold the big toes with your 2 fingers, or you can interlace the hands behind the thighs or climb up your calf muscles. And from here, we open the right leg to the right, please. Now you're gonna go as far as your left sitting bones or your left butt cheek is still grounded to the floor. I'm touching them and kind of patting on them so you know what I am talking about. Some of you love the visual. Some of you are visual learner. Yeah. Your left shoulder can be grounded. Keep your left side heavy. I know the weight is go to the right. Inhale, bring it up toward the ceiling. If you have a strap, take it away. Let's do core exercise for a little bit. Hands behind the back of the head. Now you hover your left leg off the floor. The higher it's come off the ground, the easier your core exercise is going to be. Inhale, lift your chest off the floor, hold it. Exhale, right leg to meet the left. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale. Inhale, bring it up. 3 more. 2, 1. And bring both of your knees to your chest. Drop them side to side. Maybe you can hold the knees with your hands, or you can just grab your shoulder down to the floor and just move the legs by using your core and your hips. And you come up center and we do second side. Now your left ankle go above the right knee. Get your right leg straight and then you bend your right knee in. Kick it away, bring it in, move it away. Keep breathing. And next time when you bend your right knee into the chest, you leave it there and you kind of encourage them to go a little deeper by using your hands and hold that right leg. If it's too much, please plant your right foot to the floor and just point your left knee to the left. I'm gonna move the stuff away from my... Keep breathing, please. Then here we go, we get the left leg up. Our lying down hamstring stretch right here. Remember, use a strap or use your own hands. Straight right leg or right knee bend. Shake with that softness in your jaw, the fluency of your breathing. That is the size of you are choosing to be at peace with yourself. You don't getting mad with how tight you are. You don't judge with how little your body can offer it to you. You accept and you opening your left leg to the left. You respect the moment, your body in this moment. Inhale, bring your left leg up toward the ceiling, please. Hug both knees to your chest. Once again, rock side to side. We do a couple more core exercise here. So the first one is the bicycle. So hand behind the back of the head. We do 12 of them. Opposite elbow to opposite knee. Everybody, here we go. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and come down. Hold the knee in, hug yourself, breathe, let go. Now we extend the leg up toward the ceiling and you extend your arm toward your toes. We're gonna try to reach and touch our own toes, and we're gonna do it 6 times, okay? Remember, do it without gripping your jaw and tightening up your neck so much. You should hold more. Here we go, 6 of them. Exhale. 4, 6, and bring it down. Windshield wiper, please. Drop your knees side to side while your feet are on the floor. Keep distance apart. And since we are still on the ground, we're going to use this opportunity to do our bridge pose. So walk your feet in toward the hip the best you can. Feet hip distance apart. And when you're ready, remember if you tight, have your arms wide open. Get the hip off the floor, push your feet down and forward. You're gonna lift that hip higher, lift that chest higher, and then have the space a little bit for your throat. If you are a little bit more loose in the chest opening, you can walk your hand closer and under. Go toward underneath that lifting. May even interlace your hands behind the back, okay? We want the shoulder blades to be like drawing toward one another in the tip of your arm bones at the lowest, like level with the skull. Many times when you try to do harder, the tip of your shoulder blades is actually, the tip of your arm bone actually just move off the floor and slowly come back down to the ground. One breath at a time. Draw your knees into your chest, roll on to the right side, come up to a seated position. Open your legs wide apart. Let's make a big circle with the body, please. Change direction. Side stretch, please, with breath. You just move accordingly to your own breathing. You just listen to what your body needs. Really carefully listen, and then be skillfully give what the body needs in this moment. One more on each side, please. You come up center and you twist side to side. Keep the spine nice and long. Let the hands helping you to lengthening the spine while you're twisting. It's not going to be deep. We are warming up right now. And you come back center. We do Baddha Konasana, feet together, knees apart. Once again, love your lower back first. So have your hands back behind you if you need to. I'm rocking my knee side to side right now just to help me to loosen up like that hip joint, the adductor right in here. The muscle that is like holding the thighs bone that control our hips opening. You can just stay still if you want to. If you really lose, you can just keep going forward. And carefully relax, please. Then you're facing the front of your mat and have your leg extend in front of you. Now the next thing we are going to do is we are going to roll our body forward and backward with our exhales, okay? So what's going to happen is you're going to hit your hamstring when you go forward, and you're going to hit your core when you go backward, and you go as far as you feel comfortable with the challenge. Okay, so we're gonna go back first. Exhale. Come up, inhale. Exhale forward. Repeat. Now, while you are doing that, look at the soles of your feet. Make sure that they point straight forward so you're not sickle toward one another. Last one, please. Inhale, come up. And we're going to cross the right leg over left, and we are going to twist to the right. Okay. Lengthening up. Inhale. Hug the knee or elbow outside of your knee. And exhale, you're twisting. Remember, your chest go right, your belly go left. So your belly is still helping you to control your hip joints. Like, we don't want to torque the hip joint while we keep turning to the right. We want the hip to facing forward the best it can be. Inhale, facing forward. Now have your right foot, I'm going to turn it this way so you can see me, out, and place it at the groin area of your right groin. And we're going to do right arms overhead and go tilted to the left leg. Parivrtta Janushirshasana. Exhale, tilt it sideways, stretch the right side body. And you inhale, you move up and away from the stretch. Now you're going to use both hands. You have your right hand back behind you. Left hand maybe right just in front of the right leg. And you're going to use your arm to help yourself come off the floor. Okay. And you keep your leg where they are. So then your right knee is still on the floor, your left leg is straight, and your right hand is going to be on the ground. But if you have to move to find the prop, do that. And you can see me, right hand, right knee, left leg, straight line. We go back to that easy side stretch here, and you have your left hands over your head. Legs nice and long out through that left arm, left leg. Push the weight back toward your left foot. Last breath. And we push off away from the floor. Your left hand can rest onto your left thighs and your right arm, palm facing up. Inhale, reach high. We stretch sideways again. Exhale, side stretch to the left. While you're doing this, control your hip. Let the hips slightly move back, please. Inhale, move up and away from the stretching. Then you are going to facing your left leg. Okay, so you're going to turn your body carefully and have, when you're facing your left leg, hip square toward the front of the mat, we hit our runner stretch, and we're going to visiting our runner stretch. Is your hamstring stretch right here. Grab block right away if you need them, and stack them as high as your hamstring need, okay? By elongate each exhale with your stretch, you go forward and you go downward. And you do the stretch peacefully. You practice being that change. Bring peace into your system. Bring care and loving back to yourself. Once again, that not pushing, and respect your body and give the right amount of stretch is the peaceful practice. Inhale, move up and away from the stretch, and you're going to drag your right foot in, and you're going to plant the soles of the foot to the floor. We're going to go into a vigorous practice to stretch our hip flexor on the left. So you're going to tuck on the left, on your right. Tuck your right toes under. Get your right knees off the floor. Maybe use some blocks at first to help you to come off the ground. Our high lunge here. Okay. Come off the floor with your torso, hips square forward. Work with your breath. Exhale, lunge, and kick the back heels away from you. Inhale, the spine glide high to the sky. Exhale, legs. Inhale, the spine, draw your shoulder blades together, opening the heart. Exhale. Inhale, next long. Exhale. Arms maybe go up toward the sky, or maybe just stay by the side, stay opening in the heart. I need one more breath. And let's go to the floor and take child's pose, please. Check in to see where you have been. Check in and listen carefully while your body is doing its thing. The heart is beating. The heat is building up. You practice calmness, observation. Toward yourself. While we are in child's pose, before I take you to the second side, we're going to move in and out, forward and back. We go into cow pose, we go through cat pose, and we go back to child's pose. We have done this before. I hope you remember. Here we go. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. Child's pose. You inhale, you round your back in cat, and you end with cow, arch the back. Exhale. Back toward child's pose. Repeat, please. Three more. Two. One. And carefully come up and away from the floor. Get back and take a seat, and let's do the second side. Now this time your right leg is straight. Your left leg cross over your right leg, and you twist to the left. Inhale, lengthen your spine high. Exhale, twisting. Remember, hug the knee if you cannot get the elbow outside of the knee. Give your belly enough space. So you can turn easier. Inhale, go back away from the stretch. Get your left leg out, heel to the groin, sitting bone to the ground. Turn away from your right, extending leg. And we do left side stretch toward the right leg. Your right arm can press on the thigh, can be on the floor, front or back. It's like, okay, where is it that I can help myself, support myself, loving myself? while I am challenging the muscles so they can be stretched and elongated and help me to do the garden easier, to walk easier, to bite and do any other activity that I like easier. Inhale, you move up and away from the stretch. Now, left hand go to the back, right hand's in front of you. You're gonna push, get your hip off from the ground. Yeah. And you're gonna tilt your right arms overhead, go to the left. So for me, I'm going to the back side of my mat, a nice and long side stretch. Maybe you look away from me, or you can go to the other direction. Go back to the front and facing forward. Just try not to confuse yourself. And carefully you push away from the floor so you can come off the ground. Get your right hand to the thighs or maybe in front of you, and your left hand overhead or behind the back of the head, right? And you side stretch. The reason of the right hand, you just have to have a room for your right arm. Some places wherever that works, it works for you, it works for you. Inhale, move up and away from the stretch. Now we're gonna facing the right leg carefully. Make sure your hips go with you and then square to the edge of the mat that you're facing, the front or the back, and we do our runner stretch. Remember, pat your left knee if it needs some cushion. Inhale, spine elongate, exhale, stretch. Each exhale is your opportunity to go deeper, and you find the depth of your own body. With open heart, with respect, so you're not fight with it and your jaw can stay relaxed. You don't hate yourself. You don't judge yourself. And you inhale, move up and away from the stretch. You're going to drag your right foot in enough that you can plant the soles of your right foot down to the floor. You tuck your left toes under. Get your left knees off the ground. Bend your right knee. Square the hip. Hug your thighs in. Core lift it up and away from the floor. And push away from the ground or the block up. Exhale. Both legs extend away from one another. Inhale, heart lifting. Exhale, legs. Inhale, spine, shoulder blades, arms. Remember, I don't care how high or your arms go, but more of how much your shoulder blades can draw toward one another. Maybe your arms are going back even, or interlace, or use a strap. I should show you that options. I give you a lot of options so you can experiment what works for your body today. And we go exhale to the ground and visit our child's pose, please. Toes together, knees apart, heads on the floor or maybe on the block even. And breathe deeply, relaxingly. I hope that is English word. It sounds beautiful to me. Your body just let go toward the floor. Inhale, come up and away from the floor. And let's do a big circle with the spine, please. Pick your direction and keep on going. Don't forget your neck. Let's change to the other direction. And you stop in the center, knees together, drop your hips side to side. Come back center, open your knees, hip distance apart. Let's extend your right leg back and up and your left arm in front and up. One breath, hold at length. Next, inhale, elbow and the knee meet beneath your belly. And exhale, extend it. You use your bottom right arm mindfully when you bring your knees and your elbow to meet. Push the floor away from you so you can draw your core in and up. And then when you've done the last one, your left hands come down. Your right leg go forward. We are going to twist to the right. Okay, if your knees block for your left hand, for the height, do that. Turn to the right, anchor down to your left hand, draw your shoulder blades together. Together, it's going to go back. Your heart go forward, maybe bend your right knee a little bit more forward, belly go to the floor, neck nice and long, and then you work your right arms last to go around from the back up, maybe forward. Stop wherever that feels good. And then exhale, we go toward the floor. Tuck your left toes under, get your left knees off the ground and pivot to the left, please. I'm gonna hit the hip first. So turn your heels in and turn your toes out and let bend and straight one leg and switch to the other. Block give you height, you don't need height, you can go to the floor. If the highest of the blocks are not tall enough, go up higher onto your thighs. Okay. Just be mindful to keep the legs that you bend your knees over your ankles. And you stop in the center. Now we make the feet parallel toward one another and make your legs straight. Hug your shins in, put your thighs apart. Now your left hand is going to go right underneath your chest, okay? You can be palm flat on the floor, high in your fingertips. Right hands go onto your hip or you can rest onto your sacrum for now or on the block. So we are going to twist right here. So you anchor down toward the block or to the floor with that left hand and you turn your body to the right. And when that's happening, try to kind of circle your right hip back to the floor. So your hip is turning open with the heart. We don't want that. So the hips go to the floor, the chest go to the right side of your house. Neck nice and long. And see maybe your left arm can go from back and up or maybe forward. If it's not happening, please keep it onto your hip or just rest it. And you're not worried so much about that, but you can work your shoulder blades to drop back and away from your chest and toward one another. And exhale, we facing the floor first, like, whew, that's a lot of work. And you go Turn toward the front of the mat and rest in child's pose, please. Completely let go. And come up onto your hands and knees, and let's do the other side. Left leg back and up, right hands in front of you and up. One breath here. Inhale, knees and elbow meet. Exhale, extend. 2 more. Right hands come down, left leg step forward. Maybe move to the left a little bit and diagonal it to the left slightly. Take block underneath your right hand if you need to. Find yourself, like find the space for your body. We are twisting to the left, okay? Use your right hand to help you to make the twist stronger with more support. Bend your left knee deeper. Heart keep going to the left. Your belly go to the floor. You're gonna feel like your chest is now try to go to the ground because of the hip, but you want your chest to go toward the ceiling. Last piece, don't forget your neck is a part of your spine. So let it move as well. Do what is like on the bottom of your neck first. When it's not, like you find your maximum capacity of the pose, you work your left arms last. Yeah. And the adjustment probably be happening again. You just mindfully, okay. I'm listening because I cannot see, and I do what is right. Exhale, facing the ground. Get your right knees off the floor, tuck your right toes under. Pivot to the right, your feet parallel. Now you're gonna go body hang down to the floor, straight back, straight downward. Okay. Some of you are not that. Some of you are like straight forward. Shins in, thighs apart. Extend the spine. Once again, each exhale is your journey to the stretch, is your journey to be at peace. Is your change that you want to see. You journey gradually. You don't judge because you do your best. Everybody tries, and you are trying. Your body tries every day. Remember, love your lower back first. Love your lower back first. Now I'm going to try to be tight on this side for us who are tight. Now we're going to twist to the right, okay? So your right hand, as you can see me, underneath the shoulder. Yeah, I'm higher because I'm tight. Left hand onto the hip. I'm going to anchor down. I'm going to twist my chest to the left. I'm going to get the belly to the floor while my chest to the left and my neck is nice and long. Try not to lock your right elbow. You can bend your knee slightly for us who are tight. And then your left arm, if you cannot move it anymore, don't hurt your shoulders, okay? I feel like if you're high, you're not going to have a chance to really move the left hand, and that's okay for us who are lower. Okay? If you're really open on the shoulder, work by extending that hand backward first and palm facing up. That's in a very proper position with the shoulders, and then you kind of circle the arm back and up slowly and stop where it feels right. Yeah. You definitely have to have the body lower toward the ground in order to lift the arms and feeling good about it. So for us who are tight, we're not doing anything with the left arms because it's enough work here. And then exhale, you relax and let go. It's like, oh, that's a lot of work. That's pretty good. Facing forward. Take child's pose, please. Let me check the clock before I keep you here forever. I know you can sneak out. Don't worry. I'm not going to get mad. Breathe. And we're gonna be next to the floor for this one. Crawl forward once again, please. Let's do forearm plank pose. Yeah. And they are ready. I hope you take your time. Don't take too much of the times to get there, but yeah. Make sure you do the right choice for your body. Remember, your knee can be on the ground. Now this one, we pretty much work the whole mid-back, sides, and the front of our body. Yeah. Definitely you can feel on your shoulders the heaviness of it. This is the pose that you can really grip your jaw very easily, and of course, I don't want you to do that. Exhaled. Let's come down onto your belly, please. Let's go there and rest. Stack the hand and rest your forehead on it. Breathe and let go. Be here, come back to listen to your need. Be a good listener is the toughest thing in our society. You're practicing it right now. Be a good listener to your breathing, to your heartbeat, to the body. Maybe you have to relax a little bit more, so you have to be skillful of listening to those parts of your body. Then we go into another strong pose, is our forearm dog pose. Remember, you can interlace the hands or not, okay? Your elbow underneath the shoulders. And we're gonna get onto the knee first, and then you tuck your toes under. Remember, when you tie, feet can be really wide and bend your knees a lot if you have to. So you get your hip off from the floor and you bend your knees deep. Your job is that you're gonna use each exhale to push your chest back toward your feet. So what you have to do in that moment is that when the exhale comes, your forearms have to be pushed downward and forward in order to push your chest backward toward your feet. And you might have to move your knees a lot. So your upper body have to be able to move. If you stiff and stuck and still like statues, nothing move, bend your knees more, or maybe open your legs wider. Okay. If you're not that tight, you can make your legs a little bit more hip distance apart, or maybe slowly start to straight your legs. Try to do one leg at a time at first, maybe. So think about your downward facing dog. You're gonna feel the stretch like like you're gonna feel the stretch on your calf and your hamstrings, because that's what this pose can offer you to. But take care of your back first. I know I talk a lot already. Some of you probably is dying. So take child's pose, please. Let's walk your hand toward your knees and extend your legs in front of you. I would love to offer you a cobra pose while we are sitting. So we learn the mechanic of the opening the heart first, okay? So this pose is called Dandasana, the actual name of it. So your hand is back behind you. You can flat your hand down to the floor. You can behind your fingertips. Now your finger is going to point toward your toes or maybe diagonal to the sides a little bit. See what works for your shoulders. The tighter you are, the more diagonal, maybe you need that. So you push down into your fingers or flat palm, lengthen your spine up, and exhale, you draw your shoulder blades together. They're gonna go toward your back and draw toward one another, and you feel like you're about to take a flight, about to fly. Yeah. So your wings are going toward one another, that's there. And then neck is nice and long. So this is the cobra action, is your upper body that I want you to feel. And we are going to do the cobra pose after this. That heart opening, that head of your arm bones are moving back. When they move back, your shoulder blades move toward one another behind you. Now your lower back are not doing any work right now. Neck is nice and long according to the lengthen of your spine. And exhale, relax, please. Then we're gonna go on to our belly. Just roll yourself sideways, extend your legs back behind you, come back down onto your belly. And let's do cobra pose. Now your legs are straight but facing the floor. Your hands go on either side of your chest. You're gonna use your arm differently, and your gravities are not your best friends here, but you're gonna work with it respectfully. Open your arm as wide as you need. Okay, diagonal it away if you tight as well. And get that wing action to happen first. You can even keep your forehead on the ground. I just have to talk to you, so I have to lift my head. Normally, I will not do that. So get your wing to make your wing action, right? Feel it. When you have it, then you push down to your hands and encourage the lift from the strength of your lower back, chest off the floor, neck nice and long, and breathe. And allow your body to kind of pause it with the breath. Inhale, you feel the lift a little higher. Exhale, you feel the softness go to the floor a little bit more. And keep doing that. Inhale. Exhale. Maybe the spider arm is good for you. Exhale. 3 more. Maybe you use your arms a little bit more in each exhale, or maybe not. Don't grip in your jaw. I know I'm talking. Exhale, come down. Please relax. Forehead to the floor. Rock your hips side to side. And you stop and you let go and you breathe. And you try to remember the feeling because you're about to be asked to do it again. Know that the cobra is not an easy pose. We go against the gravity that's one in your shoulder blades. I mean, if your pec majors are tight in the front, it's not easy to make the wing action. And please make your arms wider. You're going to see the potential and the possibility to create that wing action easier. Here we go. Cobra pose, please. You can come high your fingertips. The looser you are, the more your hands can go close to the chest, okay? So create the wing action, top of the feet to the floor. Inhale, use your arms a little bit. Lift, use your lower back a lot. Use your core. Inhale, feel the length and lift shoulder blades together. 3 more. And do it peacefully. You can be strong and be at peace at the same time. So let it go. Rock your hips side to side. Can you have your left forearm parallel to the chest? Maybe your forehead's on it. Or maybe you move closer to the chest and lift your chest higher. Is it the left forearms I said? Left forearms. Then you bend your right knee, hold your right foot with the hand. Get it on the outside of the hip, please. It's just, you're going to feel it snuggle to the hips, okay? And we pull the foot toward the crown of the head. Point your right knee back. Ekapada, Bekasana, stretch your hip flexors again. Remember, the lifting might cause some tension in the lower back. If that is the case as well, keep your hands on the floor and just hold the foot and stretch like this. Other side, please. Exhale, let it go. And you bring yourself up and away from the floor and step your left leg forward. Have your right knees on the floor and come upright with your body. Now, if some of you was not able to do that and was just waiting for us, like, I was not able to do that, Aphinya, I'm sorry. How about we try it this way? See, can you bend your back knee right here and hold the foot and square the hip and get the heel to the hip the best you can and heart go up high. And you might be like, I may get more students that cannot do it these ways because it's actually harder. Then you're like, okay, that is not even an option as well. Now you can come up standing and it's going to require the balance. And if the balance is a problem, find the wall and bend your right knee, hold the foot. Okay? Point your right knee down, get the heel to the hip, lift the spine up high to the sky, core engage. And you're going to have an opportunity to do it this way the most. Breathe. I feel like my time is running out. Other side, please. Switch. This one of the muscles, when you stretch it, it just feels good. Anything that controls the hips, there's so many muscles that go from the back down to the hip, from the leg up into the hips. The hip muscle themselves, when they're looser, it just, the work, like you can feel the peace in the work much easier. You feel the peace with yourself much easier. And that what it means is that the tension that you build up make you become angrier toward yourself and others. So if you get a chance to stretch, we talk about the physical part of it, is help. And then let it go. Hand to the floor, knees together, drop your hips side to side, please. And I'm going to ask another one pose out of you, probably the last pose, is to do the pigeon stretch. You can do it in so many ways. You can do the full pigeon. We go right leg forward first. The right shin forward into the floor, left leg straight, square hip, like go down to the ground. If you happen to be standing and you want to do it standing, remember to find the wall, get your right ankle above your left knee, square the hips, sit down, send your hip back, chest forward. That the hip stretch as well. Your pigeon stretch on our lateral, the rotations muscles in the hips, or you can lie down onto your back, and we did that earlier, is to get your right ankle above the left knee and you draw your left leg in toward the chest. Okay. If you choose this version, you will pretty much, get yourself to your Shivasanas ahead of you, and you don't need to move again, but it might not be like the strongest stretch of the all three. Any one of you love a stronger stretch, you may have to pick the true pigeon pose or the standing figure four. Or you can do even the baby cradle. This is actually a very strong stretching. The more the shin go toward the chest, the more stretch you're gonna feel it on the lateral side of your hips. Right now is the right, okay? So pick your pigeon pose, please. I'm gonna go back and forth because I am a teacher. One last breath here on this side of our pigeon stretch. And carefully you move away from the stretch. People who are on the floor, you're gonna be the easiest way to switch sides. You know, if you're on the pigeon, maybe move it away, move the hip. Standing also, maybe you have to swing the body side to side first, whatever you have to do or not. And then go into your second side, pigeon. Stretch, please. Ankle above the knee, standing or lying down, or our pigeon pose. I don't want to say the true pigeon, but let's say that. Because everything else is also true, you stretch the same muscles. Shin to the floor. Remember your hips square toward the mat, toward the front edge of the mat, so you don't want the hip to open. And walk your right leg back as far as you can. And come down as low as you need to. The lower you go to the ground, the more stretch you are going to feel. Couple more breaths, please. And carefully move yourself away from your pigeon stretch. Be on your back. We're going to prepare for our Shavasana right now. You know, see if you need to do happy baby. Rock your hips side to side. Shake your arms and legs. Or maybe dangling your legs up toward the ceiling first for some of you that, you know, respect or feel like your body needs the inversion. And please, 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 don't walk away from the Shavasana. The times that you make for yourself is the time that you will learn to make for others. That you can be there for them to listen. That you can be there for yourself to listen, to nurture, to love. Do anything you need to do. And take your Shavasana when you're ready. Namaste, everybody.